Okay. All right. Everybody come back in. Come on back in. Come on back in. Bring it on in. Everybody back in. All right. Everybody get your ass back in the live stream. Let's see about can be this time. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. It looks like we may have solved our problem. Clicky, clicky, clicky. There we go. Thank you, guys. There we go. Sign into chat. Open a web browser. I'm having to hunch over, man. It's like I'm old or I'm enticing the gay people. It's terrible. All right. There we go. Okay. And we're back. Take two. Fantastic. All right. So I swapped some cables around. And let's try on the B. Since everybody's back here, let's do another take. And let's try it again here. Ooh, we got speed. We got frame rate. And it looks like we are whole once again. Fantastic. Well, that means we are go for goal, folks. All right. Okay. Shoom shoom. Well, technical problem solved on the fly there. So guys, again, what I'm going to do for you guys real quick, we're going to do a kind of a preview of the video I've got planned for tomorrow. We are going to go ahead and we're going to be making a J-hook, a punch J-hook, using that handy little holdfast we made the other day. And again, this will just be a quick run through. You guys are my test crowd, so you know the things you need to look for. If you see an issue, let's see, is Ash, are you back? Where's Ash? Ash is my quality control. Ash Williams there is from Big Donson Productions, and he should be looking at this. So where are you, Big Donson? Okay. Things look good, got good reports. So again, if you guys are experiencing any lag issues, sound issues, please put it in the chat. I have to kind of watch it afterwards because I've got a screen up, but it's still a little far away. I can't see 12-point font at 10 feet, so I am getting old. Again, nail header. Okay, yeah. Big Donson Productions. That's right, everybody. I want to make sure everybody understands that tonight's video is brought to you by Big Donson Productions. Without, I could not do this. So, all right. The logistics of doing this are pretty crazy. I like to have a mouse set up on a stool so I can click back and forth. You guys can see everything. So, but you are going to get some actual good content tonight because one thing I want to show you, we're going to be using a piece of 1/2 inch by 3/16. Again, this is that same stock that we use for the barbecue fork. All those particular cooking tools, this is a handy money-making little stock. Okay, so instead of tongs, this is a C-clamp. Welders use these a lot. But these have been modified just a little bit. You can see I have welded a couple pieces of 1-inch angle iron in there. And these guys are super, super handy. So what I'm going to do is I've actually got these set. You can see that it can even hold square stock very well. So this is a handy cheat. You know, before you go out and buy a lot of tongs, and you should buy tongs that are specially sized to what you're working on, but there's a couple of ways to cheat, and welding some little pads on these guys is a way to go. One of the things that I mean to stress in a few of the future videos is that you really need to get to know your local welder or your fab shop, because they can save you a tremendous amount of time and effort by just being able to modify a few basic tools like this one, and it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Okay, I can't believe that. It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. After 15 years, we've got a high-definition streaming with 2 cameras. It's pretty freaking awesome. Which, again, let me take a moment to thank all my Patreons. A lot of the Patreons have been with me for a long time, and again, over the past 2 years, I felt like I have kind of slacked off from providing really good content. And like I said, I'm trying to make up some lost ground. But had it not been these cameras on here, that second camera is the camera we bought for our black iron deal. You know, every bit about this has been funded by you guys, so thank you very much. Let's see what we got. We got some highlighted text. I can't see that. Roy does it. Let's see, you're forging, not worry about cams. Yep. So anyway, but no, thank you Patreons, and thank you guys for supporting the channel here. We've gone from, you know, I think it was right at 1,000 hours of stuff watched in December to now I think that we're pushing 8,000 or 9,000 hours watched, and that's pretty freaking unreal. So it's awesome. All right, so I'm going to heat this bad boy up, and this fire has been setting since this morning, so it's going to have to take just a little bit to wake up. A little bit of air boost there, and it's about time to make a coal run. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make our taper for this J-hook. Just like you see in some of the other videos, we're going to make a very blunt taper, just get that tip where we want it, and then go back with a couple of successive heats and actually draw it on out. Now look at that. You see this super clean pair of safety glasses? I'm doing this just for you guys. I may have talked a little long. You got a little hot. All right, let's go to B-Cam. It's so much easier when I don't have a live audience. Keep it relatively straight. And there is the results of our first heat. That camera looks a little far back, so I'm going to put this in the fire, and we're going to adjust the camera. Is that looking good for everybody still? I mean, outside of it being zoomed in, it looking good? Okay, let's see. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, you know, what would really help would be a big giant screen TV out here so I can look at all the comments while I'm working. And I think to myself, you know, I barely just paid for this crap, much less some big screen TVs. All right, we're zoomed in a little bit more there. I think that's going to be good. Let me read some comments here. Prefer a dead audience. Well, I've had a couple of dates that ended up that way, and that wasn't terrible. Okay. Oh, hey, Christian, that is excellent, excellent, excellent. Let me drop the exposure here. That is a good call, sir. See, all this crap has to be done on the fly. All right, let's drop it down. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Let's see if that doesn't burn things out for you. All right, how's that look? Oh, that looks pretty good there. I think it looks pretty good. It looked pretty good to me. It's looking pretty good to me. Okay. Yeah. All right. Status report, everybody. Is that coming through the camera looking good? Much better. Excellent. Fantastic. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is awesome sauce. Okay, here we go. We've got another heat ready. Yes, sir. Look at there. Look at it. you got to look at it, you know, because really, you know, you got to look at it. That's the only way you really know if you look at it. Did I mention you got to look at it? Now, on these J-hooks, one of the things I do is, you notice that point is really really super fine taper. And that should make a nice little rat tail on it. But I will, again, knock those edges off. Just makes it look more authentic. All right, and there we go. Looking good. Let's see if we can't get a little, let's see if we can't, yeah, I need to adjust the cam down. Okay, let me put this back in the fire. You see what I'm dealing with, guys? When you got to be cameraman, brave leader, actor, all in one, it's tough. It's a lot on a man. All right, how about that? There we go. I think she's good there. And that's a little too much action, so we got to go back to camera A so I can run my mouth a little bit more. Jay made a lot of these J-hooks. They were a steady staple, just like an S-hook or a tent peg. J-hooks were a thing. And again, they were a trinket. You know, we kind of fall into a trap when we see a professional smith do all this like face-meltingly good work, right? Well, they rarely sell that really awesome work. It's all the little crap under there that really makes the money. That's where these J-hooks come in. So we've got our tip done here. And there's a couple ways you can do this. Normally, what I will do is I will go ahead and wrap this around, and I will go ahead and make the hook, and then I will work the top of the shank here. The trick is where you've broken the edge, make sure that you've broken enough of the edge so that when you roll the hook, you can get the area that hasn't been done. If you don't break it up far enough, then you're trying to hammer down into the hook to get it ginkified. So be wary of that. I'm going to take one more heat, and I'm going to reset the camera on the mandrel over here so you guys can see it, and then we'll bend this and we'll make our pigtail. Gotta go play cameraman. But the good news is, and this is where when I get me a super sexy wife, she can come in here and run the camera. And of course, she will be German. She will be a very efficient woman, and she will be very good at technology and building things. And that's just the way that it is. Autofocus. See my mouse on my my stool over here. That's my high-tech setup right there, boys and girls. Let's focus that back in and zoom, boom, click. Now remember, when you've got something that's this super thin, heats very quickly. I haven't even turned on the blower. And quick, just like that, you can see there's our hook. I'll come back in, I'll take one more heat right here. We'll take our pliers and make our rat tail. We'll give that just a little bit of heat, and I do mean a little bit. Did I forget to switch the damn camera? Son of a bitch. Oh, crap. Yep, still on camera. Sorry about that. I'm doing a lot here, folks. I'm working on it. Hell, this is why we even had Drunk Frank. Like, none of you got to see any of that, did you? All right, hang on. Okay. All right. Since none of you got to see that, what I'm going to do, let's pretend I didn't do any of it. So I'm going to take this All right, we didn't do any of that crap. We're going to redo this. So piece comes right around here. And there you go. There we go. We're at camera B now. Damn camera people just can't be relied upon. They're like, they got their hippie, and they got their devil's lettuce, and their dreadlock hairs, and white people with dreadlocks. That's the people I'm talking about. All right. Back to camera A. Clicky, clicky, clicky. We'll bring this bad boy back up to heat. And again, that edge is, that little point is super thin. So when I'm heating stuff like this up, I don't ever bury it in the coals. I'm looking straight at it. Yep. Come on, big dog. Come on, big dog. All right, let's see if we get close right here. Adjust, camera adjust. And there we go. There is your hook. Support your local hookers. It looks great when you can see it. Y'all bite my ass. I'm working here. Okay. All right. So now we've got our piece here. What I'll do now is I'll come back on this, and we're going to turkey tail it. And this is where, again, you have to figure out what pair of tongs you're going to use. Now, I have a very particular pair of tongs. They're known as hook jaw tongs. And if I were smart, I would have had them already out. But since I'm not that smart and apparently suck at working a camera, I'm going to look for them over here. And then, because I'm not prepared, I'm not going to find them. So I'm going to walk my ass way back over here, where hopefully they're hanging on the anvil. Okay. And hi, we're back. These are called hook jaw tongs. They have flat jaw on one side, and it's got a little piece here. And this is normally for a little bit bigger material. You can see they won't quite close, but you can see how these guys actually grab that hook. I'm going to tighten them up just a little bit so they'll fit this. Now, you got to understand that what normally happens when I'm doing this kind of work is that I go through and I stage and prep everything to be ready to do this work live on camera. Doing all this work live on camera right now. So any particular mishaps or screw-ups, or you can't find the tool, well, you get to see all the warts. All right, there, ta-da. Now this piece is held. I'll pop some lock rings on here, heat this up, do what we call the turkey tail on there, and then we'll get ready to punch it. That's how we do it here. As soon as we find the lock rings. Because I didn't clean up when I was filming the other day, and I think I got a little drunk and forgot about it. So that's okay. We're sober now, and we're doing good work. Yes, I do. I need a drink. The white balance set to rust. Yeah, yes, it is. So that's one of the other things. Like I said, you know, this was not set up as a particular background, and hopefully very soon when we get a little bit of time, I'm going to end up, and I'll do some more decorating and setting things up and doing some cool stuff here. But again, you know, this has been kind of warp speed since I found out we had internet. So it's just been one of those situations where I have been just throwing videos out, and you know, thankfully I've got the 2-camera system here. You know, I don't have to have a whole lot of background, but that's coming. That is coming. Okay, hat GoPro. You know, I am not on Team GoPro, man. There's just I can, you know, I mean, I know what, you know, it looks like, you know, when you're watching the video, but can you imagine how stupid you look with that thing hanging off your head? I'm sorry. I mean, I know I've worn some stupid hats on national TV before, but I think I think I'd have a real problem if I wore something that looked that stupid on my head. Oh, everybody look at me. I'm wearing a GoPro. My mama didn't love me. Okay. All right. Now, camera B. I just got to get into the practice, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like our exposure is looking good. I'm going to tappy tap off those corners, and now I'm going to spread this into our turkey tail. It's going to be some crap that falls off my anvil, but nobody's going to notice it. And if they do, they don't need to say anything if they want to continue having good quality blacksmithing content and not upsetting Trent. And there you go. There is your turkey tail, and she is looking good. Now this is where the hole fast from the other day is really going to come in handy, because even though this piece is thin, we've got a bit of a a little taper on there, a little bit of a hill, and that's really difficult to get it to punch right. One, because it is so thin, it's going to lose heat very, very quickly, and that's a bit of a pain in the butt. So let's see, I got my hole fast set here. And I am going to use the one that I actually curled to hold round stock, because it can actually grab the sides of that a little bit better than just the flat one. Or at least that's my theory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a heat, make sure that's in place, and see if I cannot get this where I need it to be. Alright. This should not take a second, so I'm not going to switch cameras. God! Wait, that's, oh, phew. Sorry. I looked back at the camera and, like, I saw myself in the camera. I'm like, son of a bitch, I didn't switch the cameras. I thought I was doing so good. In reality, all along I was. Plus, I didn't want you guys watch me wipe my snot nose, so don't look. It's disgusting. Okay, and one there, and wanga banga banga. Looks like we're good to go. Hammer this down, and this doesn't have to be now. You can see that was done at a bit of a red heat, and we're good to go right there. Now what I'm going to do, and these, I find it usually takes me more of a little bit of a time to do this stuff than it does thicker metal. But even while it's cool now, I've clearly got a little divot on the back, and you can see I tap it from the back, and oh, I was a smart boy. Looky what I got. Looky what I got. 1,000. 2 1,000. And 3 1,000. You let go. Your mother was a French lady. Okay. And voila! There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The punched hole right there. Now we're going to do one other thing. I'm going to take another heat. We'll go to the vise, and we're going to make our twist. And that means I got to play camera person again. We will still be on camera B. We'll do the cinematic draw out. Think like impressive music, like Dances with the Wolves. Okay, set a little bit of focus here. Need a bit of focus. Clicky, clicky. Let's drop that exposure on back up. There we go. Make sure we got everything we need. So let me get a little heat. Little bit of fire. And we're going to go down just a little bit. Now, this could be hotter. Could be, but it ain't. So we're going to deal with it. And all the way around. Ring around the rosies, as Jay used to say. Looking good there. Now, you can see it's a little off to the side. So I'm going to pop that into the vise. And again, this vise trick of straightening up a twist is really super handy. It's something you need to know how to do. I'm going to drop that right there. Again, notice I don't have the right tongs for this. And squeeze. And she is back into kind of a terrible shape and fashion. Let's cool her off and we'll take a look. Shaka, 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 shaka. And back to camera A. Now, what the hell did I do with a rag? Well, yep. It's AWOL. Screw it. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Your own super professional J-hook made right here at Purgatory Ironworks. So again, super simple. $5 to $10 item. Sells very well. Can also be used as a hook for other bases. You guys saw how we did the fireplace tools with the little extended hooks. You can do this as well. In fact, I saw on Blacksmithing for Beginners today, I saw a back plate that looked suspiciously like my fireplace set. So, but that's okay. That's when we put the stuff out there. So, ba-bam, there it is. Live action. Again, very much in the format of our videos, but I get to converse with everybody. It's pretty freaking awesome. So, all right. What else we got here? All right, let's see. Question, do you ever use plate clamps over thin parts of the workpiece to stop overheating? No, I do not. No, I do not. What about the French? C'est français, hein? Votre mère est un grand vent, cher. All right. Well, guys, like I said, this has been a good test run. Clearly, there is a lot from just the technical aspect of getting this stuff done is pretty wild. So I got a lot to kind of ponder and kind of think about over the next couple days. Of course, the big thing is our classes. With the plague being here, it's going to be a pain in the booty. To have anybody down, just can't do it because, like I said, my mom's going through chemo, so that's a non-starter right there. However, having one other person here in the shop that can run a camera, it's a situation where we can do a class relatively easy here, and again, have 20 people here to ask questions and just be a part of everything. So it's going to be a good deal. Going to be a super good deal. And again, I apologize. Like I said, I can barely see the chat over there, so I'm not able to respond with as many questions as I normally do. Again, that's why you normally have somebody behind the camera that's kind of filtering through and reading everything for you. So it is a good deal. Good deal. Yes, it is CGI. So anyway, well, guys, like I said, I'm going to call this a win. We are in good territory. Clearly, the equipment works. A camera, B camera. Had to figure out a little bit technical on that end of it. So, yeah. If you are a Patreon, I know that I will be doing a Patreon class first as a thank you for all of you guys that are supporting me there. So if you're a Patreon, we're probably... hopefully in this coming week, maybe next weekend, we're going to try to get in a couple-hour class for you guys. And then once we've got all the technical kinks worked out and I can get a little bit of manpower here in the shop, we may end up doing some public classes. And guys, I'm going to tell you, in doing my research and all this stuff, I kind of looked around to some of the other popular YouTube Smiths and looked at what they were charging for pre-recorded classes. There were some folks, and again, I'm not here to point any fingers, But there were some popular people that were, asking $200-300 for somebody to watch a pre-recorded class. And guys, I'm a bastard, but I'm not that big of a bastard. If it's in person and somebody's taking a class, per student, fine. Somebody's having to prep for you, do for you. I get that, but that type of money to watch, nah. So, but at the same time, we got to fund the operation. But for the classes we're going to be doing, it's not going to be hundreds of dollars. It's just not going to work that way. That's not why I started doing this YouTube channel. And again, I have to take into consideration the business aspects of it. We've got to, if this is going to be a living, it's got to be a living. But at the same time, I have a very difficult time thinking that I would need to charge that type of money for the stuff that I've been giving away for free for almost 13 years now. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up and head inside. Again, I want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you could be here for this flagship voyage with the A cam and B cam, even though we had a few cameraman difficulties. Going to dock his pay for that. But again, thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate you. If you have extra comments or you saw something that might be a technical issue in the video, please drop me a line at info@purgatoryironworks.com. All the rigmarole. If you want to support it, please check out our Patreon page. There is a link in the description of this video to our donation page. If you want to help out with just a couple of bucks, and believe me, it helps, please use that donation link on that end of it. And very soon, I'm hoping that we can have some actual live classes for everybody. So I'm pretty excited, and I hope you guys are too. So until then, you guys be safe. Yeah, be safe. And I'll see y'all. Adios.